Well, you have to have ice running through your veins now. Olympic tickets to be booked in the pairs free skate. Scott Russell along with Tracy Wilson, Kurt Browning. There's Jessica Dubé. Last moments of her warm-up. What do you see?
A lot of flying, a lot of girls landing their throws. I see a calm on the 5-minute warm-up from basically everyone. The only team that struggled at all would be Cody and Annabelle. But then again, the 5-minute warm-up is not the competition.
Jessica Dubé, Bryce Davison have been on the World Championship podium before. They're the favorites. However, they're second to Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay, the 2008 champions.
And Kurt mentioned that they are skating last for the free skate. And most skaters don't like skating in that position because everybody has already gone and it's left to you, especially if everybody's skating well. It just kind of ups the stakes more. So they're going to have to deal with that. You talked about the fact that she's been nervous this year. And
there is the simple task of having to endure the nerves of not controlling your destiny while you're standing around. Your feet in your skates. Should I take them off? Should I retie them? Should I keep them on? A lot of competitions have been lost with that simple decision. And you step on the ice and you have pins and needles instead of a pair of feet that talk to you.
Meantime, lurking in third place, 0.5 back of Olympic inclusion, Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton, and this is a defining moment for them.
Well, it is, and they are going to go after it. They're so aggressive, have been in practice, and look strong in the short program.
All right, so the scene is set. We'll return to London ice and the pairs free skate. You're watching the 2010 BMO Canadian Figure Skating. Welcome back to the John Labatt Center in London, Ontario. And the first of the final flight are on the ice, getting ready to go. Here's how it stands after the short program. Annabelle Langlois, Cody Hay, the 2008 champions, have the lead with a cushion slightly over Jessica Dubé, Bryce Davison, and they have a slim margin over the third-place skaters, Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton. In fourth for now, and representing Nova Scotia, Milan Brodeur and John Matadol. He's from Tatamagouche, NS. She's from Saint-Jean, Quebec, and they are a very popular pair.
And they are just beaming, laughing with the people in the audience. They couldn't look more relaxed.
More relaxed. John was tapping his wristwatch going, hey, you, that Scott Russell guy, quit talking and let's do this.
They will skate to Singing in the Rain. Well, they're sitting in fourth place at the moment, only 5 points out of first and 2.5 points out of second. Key element for the pairs, the side-by-side triple jumps. Preparing here now for triple toes.
Nice stable of skaters in Saint-Léonard, Quebec, under the direction of Richard Gauthier and Bruno Marcotte.
Throw triple loop, beautifully landed. This team choosing a style of music that accentuates their positive nature. The love that they have for the sport and competing.
of double axels coming up here. Ouch! Hard fall on the first one, and they had to leave off the second. Half a dozen points they left on the table.
Ball like that takes the breath right out of the competitor, but it also took the breath out of the audience as well.
Bronze medalists at last year's national championships in Saskatoon. This year on the Grand Prix season, they were 6th at the Cup of Russia and 5th at NHK in Nagano, Japan.
Well, coming in here, just 2 points out of podium position, but they've also got pair skaters that skated earlier that are hot on their heels. They cannot afford any more major errors.
Here comes a risk move, the throw. Triple Salchow late in the program. A little lean, a little caution on the landing, but she's got it.
It's a charming program, choreographed by Julie Marcotte. Brings out the best of their character on the ice. Unfortunately, those jumps just got in the way of the moment.
Singing in the rain with a sunny disposition. But a few things just got away from Milan Brodeur and John Matadol.
And an unusual fall, too, a very unusual situation to have Malin miss that double axel, but it does happen.
And Kurt, there are falls and then there are hard falls like that one. Jarring, just completely out of the ordinary.
And they really, as I said, the program was designed to carry the audience with them, and with that fall, sometimes you do lose the audience a little bit, and it never quite got them back.
So representing Nova Scotia, Milan Brodeur and John Matadol. When we return, the resilient Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton. And there was some drama for Milan Brodeur and John Matadol out at center ice.
Well, the biggest margin for error in the pairs event will come on the throws or the side-by-side triple jumps. Here's a look at their first side-by-side triple. You could see Milan really not confident on the landing of the jump, although it looked like she should have been.
Her ankle kind of rolled over a little bit. Now there's an axle that you step up into the air, and then one where the right arm comes swinging around. That looked like a desperate attempt. It's too bad.
And it's going to come down to that today. Who can stand up on the side-by-side jumps and the throws? That will be the difference.
Alongside their coach, Bruno Marcotte, and there are the results in the free skate. 1:06.68. They keep the smiles on their faces.
Amazing sportsman.
1:67.01. That puts them into first place, but it is very early in the final flight.
It's like John's commentating his own program.
Did he like it?
The next competitors from the Walton Figure Skating Club et Club Patinage Artistique Saint-Léonard du Québec, veuillez accueillir Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton.
Well, I earlier called them the resilient Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton. They've been through a lot. Many injuries. I saw her go down heavily at Skate America in Lake Placid, New York, not long ago. Ankle problem, concussion, but she's back like the fighter she is.
Skating to selections of music by Pierre Porte. Program choreographed by Julie Marcotte.
Said she's a fighter right off the top. She needed everything at triple toe, step, step, triple toe. And with With out of the way, they can settle in to the business of pairs.
Next element, a double twist.
Beautiful use of the music.
Going for the marks for quality as opposed to difficulty with a triple.
After the short program, they are less than a mark out of that second Olympic spot. She's from a little place called Lively, Ontario, in the north, not far from Sudbury. He's from North Vancouver, and they've come together to train in Saint-Léonard, Quebec.
Past the halfway mark of their program, they've left a number of difficult elements to get an extra 10% for doing it late. Coming up now, side-by-side double axles. And remember, just out of second, but only 3 points out of first.
Double axles worth around 3 points. They just gave those away.
Moving ahead now to a difficult release move. Their first of 2 throws. This a throw triple loop. Final release move, throw triple Lutz. And she hangs on once again. She is not going down today.
Tension in the music is echoing the tension in the building. These guys are fighting, 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 and it isn't always the prettiest program that gets the Olympics. Sometimes it's the gutsiest.
Heidi Duhamel, Jan Bunton, the mothers are in the crowd. Battered and bruised. Down, but never out. How do you fight? From Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton today.
Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton.
Well, as you said, Kurt, it wasn't pretty, but they've given themselves a chance. These ones came in as the overwhelming favorites, Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davis at Leaf. And now another look at Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton in their free program.
The fight started early. You watch Megan, especially Craig, handles this very well. You'll see her, she's a little outside that circle, we call it, where the tip of the body is outside. 1, 2, 3, loose in the air. Oh, good thing her skates were sharp that day.
It didn't matter what position she was in the air in.
And she was in
Crooked,
all the positions
straight.
in the air.
Watch here, a total tilt, but there was no way. She just got tight in the core and fought for the landing. Watch this throw triple Lutz, and once again, just fighting deep down in the knee.
Fighting, but she put it on herself too. She was loose in the air in all her air moves.
Along with Richard Gauthier, Bruno Marcotte, Manon Perron, out of St. Leonard, Quebec. Here it is, free skate, 109.8. One deduction for the fall there on Craig's part. And the grand total, 172.18. And now they have to wait. Here's Brenda Irving.
Well, Scott just spoke with Dubé and Davison's coach, Annie Barabé. She said they had a gorgeous practice today. I asked her about Jessica looking very upset after the short yesterday. Annie felt she wasn't as disappointed as she may have looked, said they made just the one mistake, and they're mentally ready to go today.
Thank you, Brenda. Jessica Dubé, Bryce Davison at the 2008 World Championships. They were the bronze medalists in Sweden. They have loads of talent. They, too, have been through a lot to get to this point.
They are playing to their strength here in this free program with their softer, more romantic style, skating to music from The Way We Were soundtrack, and this was choreographed by David Wilson. Opening here with a triple twist. Very nice. Very clean. New element for them.
Same element that took Meilin down, the double axels in series. Lots of speed going in. Lots of speed coming in.
Key moment coming up, a jump that caused her problems in the short. Triple Salchow.
You know, maybe they have great memories of this ice. You saw that footage of the horrible accident that befell them in 2007 where his skate sliced her face. Days later, they were back on this ice, training, eager to get back in the game.
First of two throws. Throw triple Lutz. Just.
recapturing their form in a somewhat uncertain season at just the right time. They truly have become the way they were. Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison.
Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison.
There's the Davison family from Huntsville, Ontario. And they are emotionally spent. Rising up, Dubé Davison. Their coach, Annie Barabé, has been with them every step of the way. And next two. Welcome back to London. Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison were given a challenge, and they met it.
Earlier in the year, Jessica missed a triple Salchow, a pivotal moment. In the short program, she missed the triple Salchow. She was not going to let it get away the third time.
This was the best that they have skated this program to date. So clean. Watch the coaches, Sophie, Annie, celebrating a gorgeous throw triple loop.
And yet, assuming they're on their way to the Olympic Games, there's still one little moment on the last throw that could be fixed. Slight touchdown. It's almost perfect. You got to still go home, still work on it, and you know that you haven't peaked here.
And what they do better than any other team in the world, in my opinion, they're classic, beautiful lifts. They keep the speed going end to end across the ice. Jessica in gorgeous positions. Wonderful attention to detail paid in that program.
135.4. That's way up there for Dubé Davison. That confirms their Olympic attendance. 198.27. That's a Canadian record.
These shining faces. Well, they can breathe easy. They know what they're doing in February. This question has not been answered yet for our next skaters.
And that's why it's so tough to skate last.
172.18 belongs to Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton. And going after that now, and passage to the Olympic Games in Vancouver, Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay, the 2008 Canadian Pairs champions.
They will skate to music from the Grand Canyon Suite. It's Sunrise, choreographed by David Wilson. Double twist, beautifully executed.
Annabelle's showing the guts that it takes to compete in the short program, nailing her individual jumps. She'll need to do it again. Small error, but still in the running. Almost a matter of thinking to yourself while you're skating, I'm still on the Olympic team, I'm still on the Olympic team. Don't let that thought take over.
She's been to the Olympics before with her former partner Patrice Arquetto in 2002.
Throw triple Salchow, gorgeous height, strong landing.
Tracy said Tracy, you said it would come down to the throws and the jumps. Another one here. And with that mistake, your mind starts to race. With a musical choice like this, Tracy and Scott and everybody at home, you're really banking on perfection. Building a spell.
Remember, every element awarded a level of technical difficulty and then a quality mark from the judges, building points in 2 ways on each element. They do have a cleanness and elegant line that's easy to award quality marks to.
It has been a remarkable return to form. After winning the Canadian Championship, she broke her ankle that summer. They missed the entire competitive season to follow.
Crucial throw, triple Lutz, 2-foot landing.
Again, not a big error, but a deduction still.
And it is going to be so close, right down to the wire.
Well, there's a thin line between success and failure, and in figure skating, some call it the cutting edge. Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay are about to find out if they're on the right side of the line.
And the Royal Glenora Club of Quebec.
Safe to say they won't be able to hold off Dubé and Davison. The challenge now is for that second spot. They had a 3-point edge coming in, and no major errors, a couple of minor glitches.
Great crowd at the John Labatt. There are the other 2 teams, Holman Gould, Jessica Dubé, and Bryce Davison. But having to wait to find out what will happen, Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton. It will be very close for that second Olympic spot. We'll return to London and the BMO Canadian Figure Skating Championships on CBC. Back close to the ice, and all of the skating has transpired in the Bears competition. Here's another look at Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay.
Bit of a 2-foot, and she struggled. It was a struggle during certain moments of this program. The overall program not injured too bad by these small mistakes. How much did they tally?
Well, and both Megan and she struggled a bit. Don't forget, Craig Bunton went down, so that was more costly. Here, well, 2-foot landing, but she made it look very smooth and free-flowing. And again, you know, it's the quality of what they do. They have beautiful, strong lines, and it's easy to award those marks when you're a judge. You're going, how good is it? You have a range from +3 to -3.
And there are Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton also very interested in these marks. Kelly Johnson and Lee Barkell are the coaches. And this is the moment of truth, quite frankly. 117.95 for the free skate. Put that together with the short program. 183.42 second. That's enough to get them to where they want to be. Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay, silver medalists at the National Championships. Gold will go to Dubé Davison, and it's very bitter, tough times for Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton. The 2 Olympic berths belong to Dubé Davison and Langlois and Cody Hay. Final results, there they are. Dubé Davison, Langlois Hay, Duhamel Bunton in 3rd position. Duhamel Bunton were 3rd in the short program and 3rd in the free skate. Here is Brenda Irving.
I'm with Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison. You guys are off to the Olympic Games. What does that mean to you to have that one in the books?
It means a lot. I mean, after the performance yesterday, we just wanted to go out there today and just do our best and do what we can do, and it felt so good to do it, and we're just so excited.
Was that the best ever performance of that free program?
I'd say in competition it definitely was. It was exhilarating. It was just something special right from this, even from practice this morning. I knew it was going to be like that, and it was a real high to be out there on the ice.
We were watching your parents up in the stands. At the end of that performance, they were in tears. What have they meant to you and in your journey to get back to another Olympic Games?
Oh my God, they've done so much for us. I mean, they're there every step of the way, and they encourage us so much, and I think we owe them a lot.
Good luck in Vancouver.
Thanks very much.
Now let's go to Jeff Merrick.
Annabelle, Cody, congratulations on a big comeback skate. How did it feel out there?
A lot harder than the rest of the week. I felt up and down. I knew the other teams did really good. Usually I'm not really aware of it, but it felt really good.
Cody, does it feel enough to make the Olympics?
It does. You know what? This is, we've made a few minor mistakes, but this was one of the better programs that we've put out in competition this year. After the year that we had last year, coming back, it's so satisfying. We know we can go home and work on things, but very happy with it.
Annabelle, when did you feel that you had it out there?
Nowhere, never. I was trying to really stay focused and not let any points like the spins and the lifts get out of hand. So we really fought for all the levels.
Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Back to you, Scott Russell.
Thank you, Jeff. The front runners, Jessica Dubé, Bryce Davison, bound for the home Olympics. We'll return to London and the BMO Canadian Championships in a moment. The harsh thing about the Canadian Figure Skating Championships in an Olympic year is it's a make or break proposition, and not able to make their Olympic dream. Megan Duhamel and Craig Bunton, they finished third, a close third to Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay, and the eventual victors, Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison. Those two pairs are going to the Olympic Games, and that's an emotional thing.
Well, it is for Megan and Craig. You know how hard they work and what it took out of them over the last few years. And Megan, particularly physically, what she's been through. Kurt, I don't think they could have given any more out there. It just didn't go perfectly. Sometimes the ball bounces in your way, and sometimes you're just fighting for it, and that's what they did to the best of their abilities.
It's going to be a hard night for them tonight, but I think they can sleep well knowing that they really came over so many adversities. They should be so proud of themselves. I know we are.
Meantime, a return to form for Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison. They were spot on today, and that should be encouraging as they head to the Olympics.
Extremely encouraging, especially over the fact that, as Kurt had mentioned, the triple Salchow was starting to become a bit of a head game for Jessica. She slayed that dragon today, most importantly, they showed to me in that program they can compete with the best in the world, with the cleanliness, the consistency, and also the emotional aspect of it. They're right where they want to be going into the games.
Kurt, how about a quick word about Annabelle Langlois, Cody Hay?
Another moral victory in the way that they came back from such an injury. I know that they watched this event on television last year, and it certainly motivated them. It was a struggle for them, but now that this is off their back, I think they're going to improve a lot over the next month.
Oh, yes, confidence. This is going to do so much for Annabelle's confidence, and that's what's been missing.
Wow, take a deep breath. Our first Olympic cuts have been made. Unfortunately for Megan Duhamel and Craig Button, they didn't get past the thin line. Annabelle Langlois and Cody Hay did. She's going to her second Olympic Games. And Jessica Dubé and Bryce Davison, former World Championship medalists, are right on their game heading to Vancouver. And now bobsleigh with Mark Connolly.